Let's go back to a simpler time, shall we? We all know about My Little Pony and how Lauren Faust somehow and unexpectedly turned it into a staple in pop culture. She even tried to carry that same magic over to the DC Superhero Girls franchise, which unfortunately didn't get as popular for some reason, but it did manage to get a bit of an audience, so there's that, I guess. But what came before Friendship is Magic? Well, there was Newborn Cuties, and the feedback it received from critics...
What the actual hell? Did the executives at Hasbro look at this DVD and just thought it was good enough to release it in stores? Where is the quality control behind this?
This stuff you've got to specifically go out of your way to buy for your kids. And if you do that, I'm fairly certain you don't give the slightest crap.
Was kinda unwarranted. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is great, but all the shouting and ranting and raving over fictional characters is kinda a typical trope with most cartoon critics on the internet. But with that being said, I thought I'd take a crack at this and see if it really is as bad as people say it is. So, let's begin. After going through what feels like a cardboard cutout meadow, we see a pink pony looking at a picture book and we get to see what's inside. Now the first thing you'll notice is that the characters' mouths don't move much when they talk, and most of you are probably shouting at your screens right now about how this is lazy garbage and how kids deserve better. I don't see it that way. To me, it feels like it's animated in what I'm gonna call the South Park style. So we start with Rainbow Dash having a fashion show with photos being taken all around. Suddenly a storm rolls in and Rainbow loses her scarf.
Come on, hurry, just leave it. But my scarf, my dress-up party.
This goes on for a while until...
And now we see the mating habits of the rainbow. As you can see, when they touch each other in such a way, out pops a demon spawn.
I was going to say two rainbows touch and a cloud of what appears to be unicorn magic suddenly appears. Is this supposed to be a metaphor to teaching kids about the birds and the bees? Anyway, we get introduced to a baby unicorn, and the others go over to meet it, but Rainbow is more interested in her scarf than anything else at the moment. So after getting to know the unicorn, they decide to make her a part of the fashion show. And that's pretty much it. No, seriously, that's how the episode ends. By the way, did you know that there are two versions of this special? The one I showed you here has mouth movement and sound effects, while the other has no mouth movement nor sound effects. And it would seem the short was sent out before it was completely finished. Glad to see they caught that mistake and fixed it in later releases. So overall, this was pretty dull and boring, but in the long run, it's actually pretty harmless. People are saying the design of the ponies are scary, and I have to say, really guys? This is supposed to be scary? I've seen deformed human faces that look scarier than this. And besides, they're baby ponies, so they're not going to look like G3 or G4 ponies right away. And as for story, it's super simple, so kids could easily pick up on it. Speaking of which, to those of you saying that kids deserve better, I don't see how this could be bad for them in any way. For girls, no less. It's not teaching any bad messages, or any messages at all for that matter. The only bad aspect about this is Rainbow obsessing over her scarf. So I'd say this is totally fine for them to watch. And all you butthurt nostalgia critic knockoffs need to stop getting your panties in a twist.